This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Hey, there's not going to be a great off season. It's not going to be a perfect preseason. We're not having all the normal mini camps that could help him for timing and everything else. It would be, and the line, you don't even know where that O line is. What do you think? Virtual meetings do anything? Mini camps to me do nothing. They're just mental reps. That's all they are in my eyes. They don't really they make you better mentally so you know the plays. Doesn't mean you're going to be effective. Doesn't mean you're going to be great. Doesn't mean you're going to suck either. It doesn't mean anything on the physical part of it. That is just mental for you to learn the plays, so they come natural to you when they're called. You're not thinking, you're just running them. You know, that kind of stuff. That's what all that stuff is. Until you start getting into training camp and the preseason and then the regular season, that's when we really start to measure where you're at. So, again, you can't throw him out there because of the line. And Fitz will be better suited and better prepared to play behind a line that is in flux and adjusting and all that and going to make mistakes. And, by the way, who is the quarterback that's going to be better suited to tell the right guard and tap him on the ass and say, yo, watch out for that guy over here? It's going to be Fitz. It's not going to be Tua. Fitz is the guy that's played everybody in that division a whole bunch of times. He's faced every defensive coordinator in the NFL, every defensive scheme in the NFL. So you're really not going to fool him. So that's the other thing that I think the average fan doesn't look at. What's better for the offensive line early on also is that Fitz starts. Because Fitz's experience is going to help Robert Hunt. It's going to help Jackson. You understand? It's going to help everybody, every young lineman on this team, okay? Dieter, doesn't matter who it is. They're all going to benefit from Ryan Fitzpatrick starting because he's going to know little things about everybody else that none of these guys are going to know. So you really, if you're a Dolphins fan, okay, as much as we all want to see Tua, all right, as much as I'm dying to get my Tua jersey in the mail so I can, style my Tua jersey like the rest of you out there, what's best for Tua is to sit and learn. What's best for Tua is to watch Ryan Fitzpatrick. What's best for the offensive line is for Ryan Fitzpatrick to start. Because what's best for the Miami Dolphins early on is the bridge that Ryan Fitzpatrick is to the entire offense. He is the conduit to Chan Gailey and explaining what Chan wants to do because Ryan has played for Chan. So early on, who better to send his message and get everybody acclimated and get everybody? We want Tua to succeed. So in order for Tua to succeed, let's get the offensive line in a groove. Let's get their confidence up because all these young guys, they're not going to be confident. The first day Austin Jackson lines up in week 1, that guy's going to need depends. And so is Robert Hunt, is going to be nervous as hell, sweating like a whore in church because the guy's never played right tackle in the NFL. And all of a sudden, he's looking at some grown-ass man that's got 8 years of experience on him and has got 4 wives and 4 girlfriends, 8 cars, and 10 houses, and he's like a junkyard dog. And you're like, wow, I never saw this in college. Of course not, because the guy across from you was at a frat party last night banging a cheerleader. It's a different life, baby. It's a different life. So let's get everybody built up physically, mentally. Let's get them all in sync. So when Tua is ready, week 6, week 8, week 10, week 12, Flores will know. The team is ready. He's ready. Ryan is ready. We can make the transition. Let's move along. And then it's all done. But we've got to give this some time. This is not something you hurry up. Think about this. You expected the year from hell last year, and it really wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. Thank Ryan Fitzpatrick for that. We expected it was going to be a horrific year, thanks to Brian Flores, who established a culture, who was put in a really difficult situation as a rookie coach, and he was able to rise above all of that and create a strong environment at the end to finish 5-4. We expected a terrorizing year because Chris Greer had torn down the entire team. And then to the point that there was one player that wanted off, and then there was another player you were pretty much forced to trade because to turn down that trade would be asinine. So that puts you in a more difficult, but look what happens. As the year goes on, they filter in more young players, and before you know it, at the end of the year, you're going, wow, you know what? Chris Greer and company found a couple young guys we can build on for next year. Damn, these young guys aren't that bad. They're 5-4 in their last 9 games. Front office must have done a good job. Coaching must have done a great job. Young players were fantastic. They stayed on it. And they got better and better. While everybody was trashing them early on in the year, like, what the hell's going on? They stayed on course. So that tells you that the front office acquired players that have some character. They didn't pick a bunch of meat players and finger pointers. And then the coaching staff put those guys in a position to succeed. Eric Rowe, you can do this. Devontae Parker, you will become this. Eric Gesicki, you will get better. I'm sorry, Mike Gesicki. I don't know why I said Eric. But anyway, all of this turned out way better than we ever expected. So let's give this stuff some time to develop again, and let's trust that Flores knows what he's doing. When Fitz was struggling, he tried Rosen. When Rosen wasn't the answer, he went back to Fitz, and then everything then took off. So he did the right thing as a coach. I love